What is up, guys? This is CaptainCW, and today I bring to you guys another video, of course. And today's not going to be a video directly related to contract boards. It's going to be it's kind of going to be helping you guys out in your gaming experience for this game or for any other browser-based game. It doesn't have to be an FPS, just anything that runs with the Unity web player. Now you can do. I'm gonna be showing you guys how to get like basically a higher frame rate, because that is a problem for some of the lower end computers. But remember, in Contract Wars there is a 60 frame rate cap, so you can't be going over the 60 FPS. So if you are happy with the frame rate you're getting, or if you're already hitting the 60 frame rate cap, then this shouldn't be too much. This shouldn't really help you out that much, but it might actually stabilize the frame rate if you're dropping a bit, so this actually might help your experience a bit. So you can do a lot of things for maximizing your frame rate, and I was kind of just trying to discover ways to do so, because I record videos and I tend to like to record in the highest settings and get a decent frame rate in. So I was trying to find ways in maximizing my frame rate, and one thing I found, which actually nobody really talks about, is I actually started looking into using a different browser. I usually use Chrome, which a lot of you guys probably do. So one thing I noticed with Chrome, it actually diminishes, like it just destroys your frame rate compared to Safari. I mean, you probably like, what, Safari? That that browser that Apple makes and comes default with their OS 10 or their Mac OS, and nobody really uses Safari on Windows. And you're probably thinking I'm crazy for saying this, but I actually use Safari for playing Contract Wars or any other Unity web player. I want you to try it out. I'm gonna put the link in the description below. If you use Safari, just, I don't know, somehow it runs the game. If you go in full screen, right, it's gonna run the game and kind of in a different, it kind of runs it in a client, like a different application itself. I kind of did my research on Safari itself, how it's built, and the foundation of Safari. It uses something called the WebKit, which is unique to Apple, Apple's web browser, to Safari. I'm not exactly a web developer or what's it called, a software engineer, so I'm not 100% sure how Safari works in comparison to the other common browsers, but somehow I do get a significantly better FPS, like sometimes 15 to 20 FPS higher. So right now, when I'm recording videos in Contract Wars, I'm running at high settings, recording at the same time with like 50 frame rates, which is really good at the highest settings, and recording. Remember, recording like chops FPS down to like 15 or whatnot. It matters on what program you're using to record. But what I'm saying is, I just want you guys to try out Safari if you are experiencing some lag issues. Sorry, not lag issues, rather very bad performance in your games you're playing on your browser. It is probably an issue in your browser, because Safari actually really helped out in other games too for me, like in Red Crucible 2, which is another browser FPS game. See, in that game there's no cap, so it's very easy to compare the two browsers. But for me, I still do hit the 60 FPS cap on my Chrome, because my computer, I guess, can handle hitting the cap with Google Chrome. But in games that there are no FPS cap, you can directly compare. So for example, in Red Crucible 2, I was hitting around 90 FPS on Red Crucible on the lowest settings, everything turned off. And then in Safari, I was getting around like 130, 140 FPS and the lowest settings, everything turned off. So you can see the direct comparison there. So this is just a little thing that can help you guys get a better frame rate. You can also do other things like maintain computer maintenance, just clear out files you don't need and whatnot. And also this is actually one significant one, is turn off your antivirus if you have one while you're playing any game in general. So yeah, that is it for this video. I hope this helped you guys out who are experiencing some issues regarding frame rate and performance issues in general in this game or any other browser Unity web player game. So that is it for this video. I will see you guys in the next video.